gospel artist and author and many, many things as well. We also do have Gabriel Muthuma, who is a political and governance expert. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Indeed. So maybe I'll begin with Reuben before Gabriel, you come into this conversation, because for a very long time we've talked about the BBI and how this is sort of meant to build the bridges that we want to. But according to Reuben, we had a conversation yesterday, and he says BBI is not the solution to the issues that we're facing as a country. That as a country, we lack values. Reuben.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it is not the solution. I would say it's the cart before the horse. And primarily because my argument is in any system, like if you're looking at a computer, you have the software and you have the hardware. And so what's going on is that we're dealing with the hardware. And we have a runaway software that is infecting every system.
Right.
My argument is that before we talk about everything that is on the table now and in the rallies, that we need to go back to who we are, and more so who we have become.
Right.
Because whatever drives this nation is greed, corruption, mistrust, tribalism. You can go on. The list is huge. And these are just manifestations of a more serious problem that is sitting at the heart of who we are as a people. It's very easy to blame politicians. It's very easy to blame people, professionals. You're not doing this, and some of them have their hands tied, and some of them are doing everything to stop all the good efforts that are going on in the country. So it's not everyone in Kenya that is rotten and gone down the drain.
Right.
But I'm saying we need to go back to the value building initiative.
Right.
Because if we build that, then we'll be able to get where we need to go faster and more effectively. If we don't do that, we'll find that like the animals that build this huge tower, you get to the top and you need one more stone to complete the building, and you begin to suggest, let's pull down the foundation stone.
Right.
So that's what has happened. We have forgotten who we are. Limited people, first of all, who need God's guidance, and God's value system that He's put in our hearts, the right and wrong. And then we've also forgotten that people come first. So you have a few people that are living above the law. That was my argument yesterday. And you have the bulk of people living below the law.
Right.
So those above the law are pretty much the ones pushing for all these changes.
Right.
And when you look at it, you realize it's not about the ordinary person. It's really about allocation of seats. It's about whipping 2022 rhetoric. It's about positioning, and so there's a busy machine that's going on, but the foundations have been neglected. And I'm saying we need to go right back to the drawing board that can explain why, for example, pens in a bank are tied to a chain. We don't like calling ourselves thieves, but that's what it means, that the pen will go. And we need to go back to, why we still have tribal animosity every 5 years, every time we go to election.
Right.
And we need to address all the corruption issues. Why, why we're making posterity poorer and poorer and sending our children into debt by reckless borrowing.
Right.
So what I'm proposing is a national conversation on values.
All right.
Yeah.